Hey guys, this is Mage on Beast Mage, and today I'm going to be showing you the bare basics of how you make a resource pack for Minecraft. This will be how to make an optifine resource pack, because if you're just going to make a resource pack, that's even simpler, which I'll explain on the way. So the first thing you're going to do is go down to the bar over here and type in percent app data percent. Then you're going to go into Minecraft. You're going to go into versions, and then you're going to pick the version you want. Don't use a optifine version or a forge version. Just pick a normal one. Like if you want to make one for 1.12, I suggest that you stay about like this is mostly for like the newest version of Minecraft, so 1.16.5, 1.16, 1.15. It should be very similar within the last few releases. So go there, copy this file right here, make a folder where you're going to make all of your texture packs in, paste it down, and then right click it and use something to extract it. I use PZip. And then if you're using PZip, you can hit extract your smart new folder. And that option on PZip I really like, because what it does is if it needs a folder to put all of the files in, it'll put it in one. But if it already comes in a folder, then it won't. So you don't just have like files laying around and then have to figure out, oh, did zombie 1 go with this or not. So then you can go in here and there'll be a bunch of files. You're going to want to select everything below it and delete it. You only want the assets folder. This is something that I added. You only want the assets folder. Then you'll have like realms, something else, and Minecraft. You only want Minecraft. And then from there on, you want to keep everything else. And this is where you'll go and get your textures or whatever you're changing in the resource. So textures, and then all the different versions of the textures, like entities, all the folders of entities. Not every entity has a folder, and you need to remember that. And just doing this, like seriously just stealing the version from Minecraft and taking out the files that you don't need, is the best way to do it, because then you know the structure of the folders. Now I'm going to show you what an optifine one looks like. This is the current resource pack that I'm working on. You'll make a pack image, which if it'll load, it's just like an image. This one's just a white background. It has to be a square, so this is a square. You can't see it because it's a white background, but it has to be a square and whatever you want on it, and you name it pack.ping, and pack, and it's a ping image. You'll make a text file, like just like literally a text file, and then you'll go into it and you'll actually write this. Copy this. So in your text file, you'll come in and you'll type this in. I'll have a plain version for you guys in the description, but it's the little brackets, pack, another pack format, 6. Format changes how the game reads it, because depending on the version of the game, it'll read it differently, which is why if the version of Minecraft you are working with is called version 6 or format 6, then you're good. You can look it up very easily. Just go like, what pack format is blank version of Minecraft, and then your description, you can leave the description blank, but you have to have these things like description, and then I put this as my description, and etc, etc, etc. So you have to have this. At the very least, you have to have this and your brackets, because you could probably get it without a description, but I would just add it in there because. And then you'll go to File, Save As. Make sure you have you're able to change what it is. Change it to like all files, and then name it exactly this, pack.micmeta. So it would be, you know, pack.micmeta. And then you'll hit save, and it'll ask if you want to replace it, and then, well, it won't ask you if you want to replace it, but it'll ask you if you want to save it or change the file type. And then when you're done, you'll have this still. But as you can see, you can even open it in Notepad. You don't even need anything special. It's just the way it reads, it has to be a pack.meta. So then you have your assets folder, you have your Minecraft folder, and then you'll have all of your folders right here that would normally be right after Minecraft. So like your texture, blah, 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 depending on what you're making. I just have textures, entity, and then the things I've been editing, like this. I need to replace these files. These are the main files. These are actually like file 1 of my random. And then if you go to Minecraft, you'll make, if you want to have random textures, you'll make a file called optifine. Then you'll make a file called random. Then you'll make a file of whatever is normally right here in the system ladder. So for me, that would be entities, because optifine is working as the texture folder. So we go to random entities. And then the entity folders, or if it's not in a folder, you just put it directly into entity. But for this, I have random zombies and husks. I have 2 versions of zombies, and then 10 subversions of the 2 different versions, and just 1 version of a husk, but I have 10 subversions. And I will show you why I have so many for just 3 zombies. It's 3 zombies, but there's a lot of files here. So the game, you always start with 2. So you would just name it, so in Minecraft, you would go into textures, entity, zombie, and the husk is just called husk. So you have to use that same name, husk. But if you want to make another version of the husk that you want to randomly appear, then you would name it husk2, and so on and so forth. So husk2, husk3, husk4, husk5. Because this file is husk1. It just doesn't have a 1. If you put a 1 next to it, it won't work. I don't actually know what it would do. It wouldn't work though. So if you go into optifine, you can also make optifine. You can also make a CEM file and use Blockbench to make custom models, which is why I have so many files for 3 zombies. So you would first want to go to File and go to Plugins. Go to Available and then search up this CEM template loader and install that. So I have it already installed. Then whenever you're looking for something you want to do, you can hit Filter, CEM temp loader, hit this, and then search for whatever look through here for whatever you want. So if I wanted to make a custom parrot, I can just click this and click confirm, and then it'll give me all of the assets I need to edit this parrot. So let's say you want a headless parrot. You just don't like parrots and you don't want them to have heads. So the thing about it is you cannot delete these folder groups. You can delete the stuff inside of them, but not the folder groups themselves. So if we delete head, it's going to break it. But if I go and I click on all of these and then I delete them, then it'll be fine when I load it into game. I'm not going to do that, but that's just a thing you want to know. You can also have more than one of something. So say you wanted to add another feather to the tail. You could duplicate the tail and then adjust this how you want it. So I'm going to take my tail and, oh, I have both of them highlighted, don't I? You want to make sure you're just using one. Where's my rotation? Turn off the other one. That'll help. And then do this. And move it up. Turn this one back on. What the fuck is it? It should be here. Okay, bad example. I don't know why that's not working. Fuck the tail. It was working fine on mine. Okay, say you wanted 3 feet. You could duplicate one of the feet and move it. And now he has 3 feet. It looks like one big foot, but there's 3 feet. This right leg will move with this right leg. But say, and then you could use, say, the body and duplicate it. If you wanted to, I added the resize tool down here and it messed it up. Don't do that, guys. Say you wanted him to have a really long, thin neck. So you could do this, where you resize it. And then he has a toothpick neck, no tail, no head, and 3 feet. And this is our new parrot model. You can either edit it directly in here, or you can do like paint each side a different color if you're going to go into a different application. That way you're able to see where on the map it is, like that. And well, yeah, like that. And then you can change this up however you want, or if you want to paint directly in here, say we wanted him to be yellow, we can make everything yellow first. We could even just make this whole page yellow, actually. And then we can go in with the paintbrush, a paler yellow, and like, you know, do it like that. And then the feet, and then, you know, like that, and then some of that. Maybe just around the top like this. You can pretty much just do the bare basics in here, and then you could bring it into like another editing system to get the result you want, which I use paint.net. So then you could go here and you can hit save as and save it to where you want. I just save it to my building file because this is my texture pack. This is not my texture pack, so whatever I save here is fine. Like I could call this that boy and save it, and then I can go take this and open it up in paint.net to edit it farther as I like. And then when you're done editing, to import it, you could either go here or you could hit import texture. You can also just create a new texture right here if you're just going to draw directly on it. Yeah, discard that. So that's really the bare basics of what I do. You can do more. This is an older file. Basic bitch. So if we go in here and we look at this, We can go to entities. Okay, yeah, my villager files here. So, these are my base villagers. These are my redos of them, and you'll see that these ones right here, these ones look oddly nether-like. Why do they look so nether-like? But they're called snow. Or like these ones that look like they're made out of mushroom cows. Why are they called swamp and snow? Like, what is with this? And that's because I set it to in a properties file of one of them. Did I have to do it for all of them? I think I had to do it for all of them, maybe. More. I want to open it. Fuck. Where's Notepad Plus? Okay, so I'll open up Notepad Plus. Pin it. Delete these. I don't need these. And then open this up. So I did some coding, very simply. These files are already here because they tell you if a villager is bred in the desert, then their child will be a desert, you know? So these are what the desert people wear, besides professions, etc., etc. So then I did, you do textures, 2 is equal to 2. So this is equal to the second texture, because the first texture is the actual, you know, is the original texture, which we know that the original texture is the, you know, what the desert variant of a villager actually looks like. So this one is saying textures 2. So this is talking about texture 2 is only equal to texture 2. Desert 2. Desert 2 is equal to desert 2. That's what it's saying. And then I put a rule under there saying the biomes of 2 is equal to mushroom fields and mushroom field shore. So this is like the mushroom island. In any of the mushroom forests on the overworld, these are the 2. And so it's saying if a desert villager is bred inside of a mushroom biome, it will use this skin. And then I did that same thing over and over again. So this one's saying if 3 is equal to 3, this one's saying is 3 is equal to 3. Okay? So this one's equal to 3. What does it do if it's equal to 3? It says all of the ocean biomes, because I used I used a base texture. I wanted to have kind of like piratey. I don't know. So if you breed villagers in the middle of the ocean, basically, and any of the odd places, so like oceans, the end, nether, well, not the nether, the end, yeah, like oceans in the end, Soul Sand Valley, some places in the nether, besides like the forest, then they will use this one. And then this one says that 4 is equal to 4. So what happens when 4 is equal to 4? Well, the biomes that it happens in is the Wart Forest. So this one's the Wart Forest villager skin. So if you breed a desert villager in the Wart Forest, they will have a Warped Forest variant villager. And then same thing for the Crimson Forest, and 5. And so that's like a little bit of coding, and you can do several things with it. You can weight it. So if you wanted certain, say you had a bunch of cows, like I have a bunch of cows. Say if I wanted 11 here to be the most common, I can make a folder that says, you know, out of 10 times, 5 times out of 10, you're going to get this one. And the other 5 times, it's, you know, you're just as likely to get 10 as you are to get 4. Or 3, or 5, or 6, or 7, or 2, or 1, which we can't see because it's not in this folder, etc., etc. But I sometimes feel like I have a hard time getting it to work. You can do quite a few things, like, I think this one's weighted. Is this one weighted? Oh, hold on. Let me pull it. Oh, I closed it. Yeah, so this one says the skins, 1, 2, and 3. So this is 2 and this is 3, and the original is 1, are weighted. So 1, so this is saying out of 9 squids, 6 of them will be your basic blue Minecraft squid, 2 of them will be this dark blackish gray squid, and 1 of them will be this white squid. And that's how that works. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys in game kind of what some of this stuff looks like. So we'll drag these 2 in. I'll show them off one at a time. And you can see that I have edited the models, and the way that I did the textures, it's all in one folder. So you just make the textures. Oh god. I'll do a more in-depth tutorial on how to do this kind of thing, but random models is a little bit harder than random textures, because random textures is just files. Let me go far over here, and then we'll change out the resource pack. So let me turn this one off, and let me get basic bitch. It loads in. Just waiting. So then this is random cows. So this one's a little bit easier to tell that the skins are random besides the models. Because the skins aren't different between those. There's like 2 different versions of and then it depends on the model of what it looks like. But this one's just literally like randomized cow skins. I'm probably going to update my basic bitch to work with, like, I'll implement it into my new mega vanilla pack. So there's that. But then if we get a squid out, you'll be able to see that property of more of weight. But, you know, and oh, there's a white. So we have a lot of blue ones, we have a few black ones, and we have 1 white one. So you can see that works. And then the villagers. So this is a villager spawn egg. And if we spawn villagers here, this is what they look like. I was trying to give villagers hair. It did not work out very well. So their hair is randomized. So we go in here. And then we spawn some. They'll look like this. This is what they wear in all of the odd biomes that they don't actually have skims programmed into the game for. And then if... oh, perfect. Crimson Forest. So if we go to the Crimson Forest and we spawn in some, they look like this. This is what they look like. So you can make your own custom villager skins based on biomes. A lot of the biomes, there's a lot of biomes. There's more than you think there are because there's a lot of sub biomes. Like, the amount of snowy biomes is unbelievable. So that has been my brief tutorial on how you make a Minecraft resource pack. If you would like a full version where I go over, you know, something in depth, let me know and I will do that. And if you would like access to any of the packs that I have shown off today that are mine, let me know and I'll make a version for you that you can actually download. And I will see y'all later.